All right, welcome in everybody. Today is Tuesday, and this is the BGSM Show. This is M Meals 25 here on the line with us. I've got Knock Please Revive. For those of you, sorry, he's emoting in the lobby, and it was perfectly timed. Today's show, obviously, it's Twisted Topics Tuesday, so. We got a couple of different things. One of the big ones that we're going to touch base on is obviously we didn't get to finish our NFL draft sleeper picks on Friday. Had some issues with the broadcast and whatnot, but we got those straightened out on my end. The good news is I don't know if you can tell if you're looking at the stream or not, but changed out my camera, so we got a better camera going on. I did do some changes with my setup. So I know that there's going to be some issues and whatnot. So if you guys are watching and listening, if audio sounds weird or something, by all means, please let me know because then I can get that corrected. Also, as I mentioned, with me is Knock Please Revive. Joe's here. Go check him out. His Twitch account is Knock Please Revive. If you're looking on the on Twitch, you should see it on your screen. It should be, and I do this every time, this way. Right down here below my finger where I'm pointing. So below where my picture is right now, you should see the links to not only Joe's Twitch account, but also some of the other members of the BGSM family. Cam and Rob are both listed on there as well. Make sure you give them some love and follow, turn notifications on, etc. So with that being said, Joe, I know you're up on your stream as well, but I'm going to turn it over to you. Do you have anything that you want to start the show off with today? I love how you say Happy Monday on a Tuesday. We're off to a great start already. I love it. All right. Well, so I'm going to go over a couple of things here, and then we'll get in. We're going to play some games here, obviously, and see the new update. There's new quests. I've been told I haven't played into any games. Joe, I know you've played a couple that you said the turtle mythics are gone, so that's I don't know if that's good or bad. I haven't decided because I love the mobility side of that. Yeah, it's so slow movement this season. So hopefully that'll get changed. Mm-hmm. Oh, that sounds fun. Well, I will take your lead on that, and we can go ahead and do some of those. But Joe, before we get started, this was the curveball I hadn't told you about. I want to get your mind thinking. This has nothing to do with sports, okay? What is your guilty pleasure ASMR video series type? So for those of you that may not know ASMR or may not have an idea what I'm talking about, very G-rated. For me, and it's a guilty pleasure. I watch all of his videos. I can take way too much of my time doing this. There's an account on Twitter or on Twitch and YouTube and all those, TikTok, called SB Mowing, where a guy travels around and he takes these yards that are way overgrown and he cuts them all down and trims out the sidewalks and stuff. It's to me, it's really interesting to go watch just because, like, if you're bored and you just need like mindless stuff to pay attention to. I love watching his videos. He also has one that's called SB pressure washing or power washing, something along that line, where he does the same thing, but it's with a pressure washer. I actually did some pressure washing at the house this weekend, and I kicked myself for not setting my video up for everyone. I know there's another one called Mountain Rug Cleaning, where this guy takes these disgusting rugs, and he has this ground that looks like it's a stand-up shower stall. And he takes the rugs and he gets them all pressure washed and cleaned up and makes them look brand new. Yeah. Yeah. So I just always, I'm curious because I saw a video one time where somebody was asking that same question, and I was like, I know what mine is. I know Renegade, one of our big chatters that's in here, he and I will literally send each other notices like, hey, SB Mowing has a new video out. So it's just, I was just curious, do you have any of those that you follow or anything that you watch or when it comes across your timeline? Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. Okay. Huh. I will have to have you send me some of those so I can check them out. So, all right, man. Well, let's go ahead and flip over. Let's get some games going here, and we'll show some people some really bad gaming. How's that sound for you?
Sounds par for the course on this Tuesday afternoon.
All right. Okay, so after that, let's go ahead while this loads up. Do you have any NFL draft pick sleeper picks that we didn't get to talk about on Friday that you wanted to bring up?
I don't have a ton. I think position-wise, there's going to be a bunch of corners that are sleepers. There's going to be guys, because it's a deep position, there's going to be guys that sneak through that are really good.
Okay.
And we really don't know how things are going to play out. A Cooper DeJean guy who's a sleeper to some is going 9th already in the first round, and Kool-Aid McKinstry, who's one of the favorites, is now dropping in some of the mocks into the 20s and 30s. So it's really hard to say. Sandstrill from Michigan is a sleeper at that position that I kind of like. But overall, I just think the cornerback position's a good one. At quarterback, I know you don't buy into it as much as I do, but Michael Penix, I think, is going to be a sleeper. I don't know if he's going to be a star or even a starter, but I think he's going to bring great value where he's drafted.
Okay, that's not bad. I mean, I don't think that Penix, I heard enough where people were talking about him being really highly rated and sneaking into the first round there for a while, and I don't see it. I just don't. I think he could eventually end up, a good comparison for him would be somebody like a Kirk Cousins. I can see him going in like the 3rd, 4th round, sitting for a little bit, learning a bit, and then eventually taking over and being a really good starter for a while in the league. I'm not saying he won't be, but I just don't see him with the star power that some of these guys have, some people have tried to give him up front. So,
and I think he'll be a very good system guy, too, if he falls to the right team.
Oh, 100%. So it's funny because I had 4 sleeper picks that I wanted to discuss on Friday that I'm going to bring up here. The first one, it's really funny to say that this guy's a sleeper because of, like his school, the team's history with this position, etc. But my first sleeper pick is Braylon Allen from Wisconsin, running back. He hasn't gotten the love that I think he obviously should be getting. Man, I'm trying to talk and drop weapons and all kinds of stuff, just doing a terrible job.
Drop noobs.
Drop bots. But Braylon Allen, he's 6'2", 245-ish. They're expecting him to run a sub 4.540, right? So
Okay.
he's going to have some speed to him for a big guy.
Like James White, like every other Wisconsin running back before him.
Like every one of them. At Wisconsin, and just under 600 carries, he had 3,494 yards rushing, 35 touchdowns, and he, while not a threat on the passing game, he did end up having almost 50 catches and almost 300 yards receiving. So I think he could be a good pickup for someone eventually in the NFL. And I know the NFL doesn't value running backs like they used to, but that's what makes the running back position
a good sleeper position, though, too.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Dylan Love is another guy. He's not a sleeper for me necessarily, but seeing Senior Bowl coverage this year out of New Hampshire, another running back that's going to go in that same area that a lot of people are saying you don't know his name now, but you will next season in the NFL.
Gotcha. All right, my second guy is a name that may stick out to Buckeye fans.
This could be good or bad.
Blue Covert, if you want it. Blue Nemesis. I've got a Jizz Fizz also, so we can get up the shield. This guy he played against the Buckeyes last year. And I know a big part of it is just the pundits that are trying to talk shit about the Buckeyes and get clips, right? Like, I understand that completely. But this is a guy...
What, really?
This is a guy... Yeah, right? Where you at? Oh, you don't need it. All right.
Yes. Oh, I don't need it, do I?
This is a guy that Desmond Howard, of all people, made a comment that when they played the Buckeyes, he was going to be the best receiver on the field that day. And I can't say his first name right, so you have to excuse me, but his last name's Conley. Malachi Conley, I think it is, from Western Kentucky.
Conley.
Western Kentucky. Blah. So, if you remember, he had Western Kentucky's only touchdown against the Buckeyes in that game.
Yep.
But during his college career, and he's a little bit smaller of a receiver, he's 5'11", about 210. In 2022, he went for 101 receptions for 1,200 yards. Ooh, somebody's gone back. Go back. Someone's over here. 11 touchdowns that year. And then last year he had a little bit.
They're back down here.
There's one over here, yep.
Oh.
I wanted to see where this guy went.
I got one knocked.
He's still in here. I'm going to get him.
Douche.
Douche. But for his career, he went 259 catches for just over 3,000 yards and 29 touchdowns.
That's pretty impressive.
So at Western Kentucky, now they threw the ball all over the field, right? Like, we all know that. But not bad for an FBS school receiver. And he has the potential to be the sleeper wide receiver pick in this year's draft. Oh.
The size, the numbers, they kind of remind me of a Cleveland Brown that I thought was a sleeper when he got drafted, in David Bell.
I'm still waiting for him to really take off, by the way, as a Browns fan. Oh, excuse me. All right, my next one that I had was, he comes to us from your neck of the woods.
Ooh.
Linebacker from NC State. Peyton Wilson. Now, if you don't know about Peyton Wilson is about 6'4", 238. Last year, oh yeah, he's got some size. Last year, he had 138 tackles, 69 solo tackles, 6 passes defended, 6 sacks, and 3 interceptions. Now, he played 5 years at NC State, but he ended up with 403 total tackles, 203 of those were solo. He had 15 sacks, and again, those 3 picks. Now, as a Browns fan who doesn't have a pick until the second round, guys like this are the guys that I have my eye on as being future Browns. Hey, Ben's here. There's bots over here, I think.
What's up, man? Yep. Forever and always. Nah. Please revive.
We know.
Man, those guys fucked me up. I got footsteps still outside.
Don't worry, Joe's coming to the rescue with his Xbox logo.
You talking about me?
Nice clinger bot. It's almost as good as the one you threw against the tree earlier.
So, Ben, since you're here, do you have any take on any of these guys? Have you heard any of the discussion yet?
No, I was unable to listen to what you were talking about.
Oh, poor Ben.
Who's your sleeper in the NFL draft? Oh wait, I know it is. Javonte Jean-Baptiste.
No, that's our other friend.
Oh. Oh, I got another one.
All right.
Tommy Eichenberg. There you go.
If there's Shield up there, I need you, by the way.
You know who's turned out to be a really decent NFL linebacker after all the shit we gave him?
Pete Warner.
Warner, yeah. For the Saints, right?
Yep.
So I wouldn't put it past Tommy to be somewhat reliable.
I think Tommy Eichenberg made a huge step under Jim Knowles, and I think he'll be able to translate that to the NFL.
I hope so.
I mean, we gave.
So
him
would
all
you call him a
sorts of
sleeper
crap
then?
and stuff.
It's hard because
I mean, he'll probably be like a 4th or 5th round pick.
see. I think he goes earlier than that. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know that you can call him a sleeper at that point.
I'll give you a sleeper from last year's draft, or 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe, give me that big pot.
Oh, you need that.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy. Nobody's ever heard of him. He'll be
Who?
a good one.
Who?
Brock Purdy. He'll be a good one.
Where'd he go? Savannah State?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Never heard of that guy.
He will. Don't worry. He'll be in a Super Bowl in his first year.
Second year.
Second year. He gets hurt in his first year. I can predict the future.
Man, you are just on fire. Vacation Ben is on fire, man.
I'm not on vacation anymore.
Doesn't matter. You went on vacation.
It's residual.
Oh, okay.
It's residuals from the vacation.
Vacation.
More shooting where we just were.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Bot Central. As we walk into the lake, if I die, it's hilarious.
You have bad aim.
Ben, don't you judge me.
I'm not. Just watching Mike clean up like.
Listen, I got one of those, and I have a crown right now. I came into this game with a crown.
Wow.
It's
Where'd
scary.
you steal it from?
Somebody in the lobby. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I don't really pay attention to a whole lot of other college teams to know who's going to be a sleeper. Are we talking Buckeyes only?
No, we've been talking just everybody.
Is there?
I think Sam Hartman could be a decent NFL quarterback.
I've heard his name kicked around quite a bit.
I said Penix. What do you think about
Somebody's
his
here,
future in the
Joe.
NFL?
Michael Penix?
Yeah.
I don't see it, but maybe. I mean, he's got a big arm, but outside of that, I don't.
Damn it, I could not hit him. I'm dead, Joe.
I'm about 1,000 miles from you.
I don't
I see that.
it from Penix. I don't see it from Bo Nix. I don't see it from Caleb Williams. I don't see it from J.J. McCarthy.
What about the dude from Tulane? I can't think of his name.
He's going in the vault, Joe. Get in there. Go get him.
I see it. I see a possibility for Drake May, but he's like the same Howell.
Put the shield up, Joe. Don't put the shield down, you dummy.
He should have reloaded.
What is he throwing?
Boxes. There goes Joe's crown.
All right, boys. I'll be right back.
He got that sweet pump action.
Sweet pump action. All right, so my last one, and this is a guy that I got to see. I know Joe just had to step away, but this is a guy I got to see a little bit because he was on TV down here, and I'm going to butcher his first name as well. Ionis Smith, wide receiver from Texas A&M. Should measure in around 5'10", 200 pounds, but at Texas A&M, he played running back, wide receiver, and returner. In College Station, he had 180 catches for 2,400 yards with 19 touchdowns. He had 72 carries for 405 yards and 4 touchdowns. And a lot of those came in, I think it was his sophomore year, where he carried the ball a lot more for the Aggies. But he was, he's one of those guys, again, that depending on how he measures out, would be a guy that, you know, would come to, that I would look for in Cleveland to come in and help out. So
He's no Mike Evans.
he's no Mike, that's for damn sure.
Or somebody else who played for Texas A&M. I can't remember their name.
He must have been really good.
He's phenomenal. Phenomenal.
And then the last guy, and I know Joe will, he's going to hate this, but the last guy I had that I wanted to touch on Friday, and I didn't get a chance to bring this up, a guy that would be one of the top 2 or 3 interior offensive linemen if he hadn't injured his leg against the Buckeyes, but Zach Zinner from Michigan, 6'6", 322, and he's a damn good interior lineman. So I could see him falling because of his leg injury.
Oh, he's not the one I thought was coming back. Never mind. Oh, Christian Kirk's the other wide receiver I was thinking of.
Oh, yeah. You could have told me that. I would have forgot all about him until you said his name just now. But that's all I have. So Joe gets back here. Unless you guys have anything, the next couple of topics we have are tied into the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame. And then we're going to touch on the Ohio State spring game. So should have told Joe to put himself as sitting out and made one of us party leader.
Yeah, come on, Joe.
Damn
only
it,
have
Joe.
a limited amount of time. Ooh, new quests.
Yeah, the turtle stuff is
Odyssey
completely
thing.
gone. It sucks.
Yeah, Odyssey. Speak with the Odyssey about the mosaic. What is the Odyssey?
I have no idea. It's the
Hey, Joe's back.
guy at Ruined Reels.
Is that where he's at?
That's where it shows on the quest tab, at least.
Oh, yeah. Cool beans.
So while we load in, Ben, I'm gonna defer because Joe's occupied and on mute. we'll come back and we'll touch base on the Hall of Fame stuff. So, as you know, Ohio State starts spring ball, I think, next week, right?
Yep.
What are you looking forward to finding out, learning, position battles, etc., about the Buckeyes for 2024?
I mean, normally you don't get a whole lot from the spring game. Of course, you get the spring game Heisman winner, which is usually somebody who doesn't play in the following year. But obviously the quarterback has some intrigue, depending on who you're going for. Will Howard, Aaron Noland, Lincoln Kleinholtz, Devin Brown, and
Julian Sayin.
what's his name? Julian Sayin. Obviously, I think it's a I guess 3-man battle with Howard, Sayin, and Nolan. My game is all sorts of messed up. I'm not even in the bus.
Well, that's not good.
Like behind it, like 1,000 meters.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Weird. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what Jeremiah Smith looks like as a wide receiver, alongside the rest of the guys that are coming back. Obviously, we lose Marvin, so that's gonna hurt. But hopefully, between him and the other incoming, the other freshmen from last year, Carnell Tate and Brandon Ennis, they should form a pretty dynamic trio for the next few years. And then along the offensive line, I don't even know who's going to play center. I forget the kid. Oh, it's probably going to be the kid from Alabama. Never mind. He transferred in.
Yep.
So, I mean, that'll help significantly. Hopefully there's just continuity along the offensive line. They seemed to do okay last year at points, and then other times they felt like they were a sieve. Their run game blocking was pretty terrible for most of the year, outside of Trey making some Trey-like moves to get open and break tackles and whatnot. But it seemed like any time anybody else ran the ball, it was stuffed at the line every time.
Bros, I think I lane closer to you when I'm not even at my screen than I do when I'm trying.
That's hilarious, Joe.
And then on defense, I mean, you're getting the majority of the team back on defense outside of Eichenberg, so good to have JT and Jack back on the edge, Tyleek in the middle. Lose Michael Hall, but I'm sure they can find another able body to fill in the middle. And then finding Cody Simon can take the place of Eichenberg. And their whole defensive backfield is back, so I mean that's pretty huge. Hopefully they can gel for another year and get us back to playoffs and championships.
So it's actually funny because I think you touched on almost everything that I had on my list. I think first and foremost, the biggest question for me is what are they going to do on the right side of the offensive line? Because I know Josh Fryer started last year. He looked terrible. Does he make improvements? Does he make a step up? Do they find a new right tackle?
They better be some major damn improvements.
Right?
I mean, good Lord.
You got to replace a right guard. Like, all right, so who's going to play there? That's the biggest question. I'd like to see who makes that step. On defense, I think it's 10 of the 11 starters come back. Isn't that right? Or is it 9 of 11?
9 of 11.
9 of 11.
Michael Hall and
Ike, right?
Buckner,
Yeah. But for me, the biggest question is what do you do as the Buckeyes with Sonny Styles? Does he move to linebacker? Does he stay at strong safety? Do they basically invent a hybrid role for him to play both spots? Because I mean, he's, you know, by all accounts and all reports, he's growing into a body that's too big for safety.
He's got to be on the field at all the time, though.
Oh, 100%.
Play after play last year, and his limited availability. So
I want to see how it is now. If you go by a lot of the reports that I've seen, and you know, this stuff changes and whatnot all the time, obviously, but it sounds like he is going to make the move to linebacker, but you know, it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. My third point was in regards to the quarterback. Obviously, you know, Will Howard is supposed to be the starter, but you and I and everyone else here knows that all last season, what did we all talk about? At least I talked about, because I brought it up a lot, was I was ready to see...
Well,
besides that, I was ready to see Aaron Nolan come in and beat out McCord for the starting job. Now, obviously, that quarterback room has gotten a lot more crowded since the middle of last season, and there's a lot more talent there. Now, is Will Howard going to be the quarterback that Buckeye fans are hoping he is, or is he going to be an improvement over Kyle McCord, but still not a great quarterback? That's
Buckeyes
gonna be the
fans'
question.
expectations are way too high for him to be what they expect him to be, but I think he's going to be good.
So Will Howard is a lesser arm than Kyle McCord with more mobility.
Better decision making?
I haven't watched enough, but probably. I mean, it's not hard. I mean, for as much flack as Kyle McCord got last year, he wasn't awful by any stretch of the imagination.
Clip that.
Like,
No, I know.
were there games where it was like, what the hell is happening? And how much of that was on the play calling? How much of it was on his lack of... He had, what, one decent receiver all year? Julian Fleming was basically a disappearing act.
Well, I would say he had two good receivers, but he completely depleted one because he never threw to Mbuka ever.
Well, he was hurt for a lot of the
And he
year
was
too,
hurt for...
so,
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, in reality, who did he have outside of Marvin Harrison? So, his run game was pretty trash when Trey was hurt, so a lot was put on him, and I mean, by all account, I mean, he wasn't great.
You got that part exactly
lost
right. He wasn't great.
He lost one game. Was it the most important game of the year? Yes. Was it his fault we lost that game? Probably
Yes.
not. I don't put it fully on him. Yes, he threw the interception at the end of the game to seal the deal, but
I'm talking about the first interception.
the first interception was garbage. Yes.
The first interception lost that game.
I don't know.
You can't make a decision like that in that big of a game.
No, I agree. I still don't put the full onus on him.
You're right about that.
Ryan Day puckers. He's never been a big game coach at Ohio State. He's won what, like 2 big time matchups? Beat Clemson the 1 year. And
I hate both of you, by the way.
Why is that?
why?
Ben, I'm trying to get in this vehicle, he just blows by. Mike, I try and get in his vehicle, and he jumps out of it.
Oh, my vehicle turned on its side, so
So
Yeah, I agree with you too, Ben. I just think that Will Howard in that situation has a better chance of not making those types of mistakes. Will he not make will he not make an amazing throw that needs to be made? Probably.
But here's the thing, though, and I know I'm going to get ostracized by Buckeye fans for this, but he played at Kansas State, right? Like,
Yep.
it's not the same as playing in Columbus. We all know that. We all agree with that, right? Now the question is what can he do? Is he going to be the guy like Jaden Daniels that played at a shit program and then goes to a big school and makes an impact, or is he going to be, you know, just a slightly better version of what he was before because he has better talent around him?
You know what answers that question?
So,
It literally comes down to Chip Kelly.
it really does.
How is Chip Kelly going to form a game plan? Listen, I don't care if it's Will Howard or James Howard back there. With Chip Kelly
I like
running
James Howard. He's good.
running the game plan, it's a lot better of a chance of controlling the offense than when Ryan Day had those keys.
I mean, I'm much higher on Chip Kelly than I am when I was with Bill O'Brien, obviously, but
Would you rather have him
Chip
running
Kelly
the offensive game plan or Ryan Day?
Chip Kelly. But what has Chip Kelly really done lately?
That's a good question right there.
Please hold while I try to find an answer.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he had some pretty decent quarterbacks at UCLA.
Pretty good ones, yeah.
Dorian Thompson-Robinson. I don't know who their quarterback was last year, but it's not like he was turning them into world beaters or anything. So
Was he there when the Rose Dog was there?
I don't
Josh
think
Rosen?
so.
Yeah. No, I don't think he was
so.
either.
Oh, there's somebody over here.
But is it really? Are we all believing going into spring that Will Howard's the starting quarterback?
Yes.
Me
As
too.
of right now, he's the default starting quarterback.
That's
for
that's
somebody-
the right way to describe it. He's the default starting quarterback.
For somebody that doesn't follow recruiting, will Aaron Nolan be in the spring game?
Nolan
Yeah,
and
both
Sayan
enrolled.
will both be in it.
Yeah, they both enrolled early.
They both enrolled early. Okay.
Yeah. And you see, and that's where my question actually came through is, you know, where does Sayan and Nolan fit into a suddenly crowded quarterback room? But then on top
I mean,
of that,
one of them will redshirt.
and exactly. But here's the question on that, though, and this is kind of where the pool comes together from what had been discussed previously is, do they
Island.
yeah, we can go to Island. Oh, I'm being targeted. Does Sayan stick with star power, or was the lip service that, oh, somebody just hit a rift.
It was me, and I didn't even mean to. It just
Oh, okay.
it opened right when I walked into it.
Does Sayan truly follow what he had meant, or said what he meant, or whatever? What's the right verbiage here?
Is that
About
what he said?
yeah, there you go. Does he follow Bill O'Brien to Boston College, or does he stay at a big program like
No.
Ohio State?
I say there's a less than 1% chance he goes to Boston College. He'd have to sit out a year.
Yep.
Not
Somebody's
that-
coming out. Somebody just came
up
up.
the zip. I don't see him.
He went down.
He went back down.
What's
Knocked
my man
him.
shooting at? Oh,
And I killed him.
another coming in.
Oh, what the heck? I got sniped. Oh, he's on the roof.
Nice shot, Joe!
Oh, sit down.
There's a guy on the roof.
Oh my god, yep, he just got me too. Joe, you need to
Thanks,
clip
Joe.
that, brother. That was awesome. Ah!
Oh! Oh, I was trying to get down to sit the turret down.
Why would he leave? Why would he leave after he just took out all three of us?
Because he's got to get the cards of his teammates that we took out.
Oh,
Woo!
Damn. Smoked by that guy.
yeah. Yeah, he just one-shot all 3 of us.
Well, when we weren't really moving, it's easy to do.
I was moving, but
I was celebrating just sniping somebody in the air, so I wasn't doing shit.
I was trying to eat pizza to get my shield back up. But no, back to the quarterback thing. Like, for me, I really want to see if one of those 2 freshmen leave. I don't think Devin Brown leaves. I think Kleinholtz may. It'd be interesting to see what happens after spring when the transfer portal window opens again, if one of those 2 guys potentially, those 2 freshmen try to go.
I don't think they will.
I don't think so either. And if, again, you guys know as well as anything, because we've had this discussion since back when we, covered the Buckeyes on the different websites and podcasts and stuff, I don't follow recruiting nearly as close as other people. That being said, if what they say about Julian Sayin is true, I think he has the chance to pull out the starter's job over Will Howard.
that'd be a kick in the pants to Will Howard.
Yeah, but it is what it is.
If that were to happen, my first thought as a fan, and this is fan based only, no actual
Oscar, so let's go there.
No actual factual sports thought to it. God damn, we'll have a good backup quarterback at least next year.
Two of them.
Have a couple of them, yep.
We'll have Cardale Jones.
Cardale Jones.
Well,
Because
no, go ahead.
I don't know if I could stomach watching a Devin Brown backup job in 2024.
Not again. Nope. Not again. But the question that I have for you guys, and I know, Ben, you were kind of touching on this, is where on the depth chart does Jeremiah Smith come in? And it'll be interesting to see if...
I think he's 3.
I think so. I really do think so.
Abuka, Tate, Smith.
And then, of course, the question is where... Oh, one of you guys is already fighting the bosses?
Who would do that?
Okay, I just want to make sure it was us.
Yeah, with
His
59
name is
bullets.
Joseph.
Doesn't Ben have to kill him? Hear that right?
Yeah, nonetheless.
Get him! That's how you throw a clinger. Down goes Austin! If I had some bullets,
I'd buy you a
turret. There you go.
What are you giving me?
Oh, I just finished your song for you.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. In the spring game, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you boys. I used to watch the spring game religiously. You guys know that. I probably have not watched it in 5 to 6 years.
I don't watch it nearly as closely as I used to.
I will put the highlights on afterwards. I might record it and go through every play, but I'm not sitting there on a Saturday and watching it. What will have to change for that to change for me?
I don't know that it's going to change, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Because I don't know that there's...
What killed you?
What's what?
What destroyed your shield or your health?
I never got shielded up, so all the bots...
Oh, okay.
So I need to go get a med kit.
I got a pizza dropped with some slices right here.
Yeah, no, Joe. I don't know that there's anything that would make a fan that doesn't watch the game religiously, as it is under normal circumstances, go and do pay super close attention to it.
I think I'll be drawn back to it because there's the quarterback competition again. I mean, the spring game's about the quarterbacks and the receivers, basically. I mean, you're not going to be able to tell much about offensive line. You're not going to be able to tell much about defensive line. It's defensive backs, receivers, quarterbacks. And kicker when it was Urban Meyer's spring game.
We have great kickers.
Great. Fantastic.
Do we even
Wonderful.
have a kicker this year?
Yeah. I couldn't tell you who it is.
Nice job. I'm here,
job.
and there's a player here.
I'm here. And I'm singing. And I'm singing.
Fender Blender 7, you've been destroyed.
Oh, I guess I just killed all three of those things.
Back. You could just call me the bot destroyer.
Nice job, Bot Destroyer.
Thank you. There's the Terminator, then there's the bot destroyer.
We do what we can.
So, spring game. Are we done talking about spring game?
Unless you guys have anything else to add, it's our show.
I want to see Judkins, but I don't know what a spring game offers for that.
Nothing.
Nothing really, unless they throw a pass to him or something.
Where's this person at this location that I gotta talk to?
They wandered.
Is it just like a character walking around?
Yeah, their name's Odyssey, and it's a girl, I think.
I found it.
Oh, Jesus Christ, you guys are way the hell away from me.
Yeah, I'm just doing questions. Dog.
No, that's fine. I just looked up. I cleaned up some guys over here. I look up. You guys are fucking gone.
Just leaving our teammate behind, dog.
I felt like I was playing with Cam, even though he's at work.
You're playing with Cam 2.0, which Ben moves the same way. Holy, I didn't realize how far away you were.
Not nearly as good as me. Oh, footsteps. Go, Mr. Footsteps.
Oh, I better. You both have. Mike has shooting, you have footsteps, I'm in the middle.
I have a whole team that's trying to jump me.
Okay, I'll go that way.
Nope, I'm trying to get the hell away.
Oh, I got the one that was here.
What are you using?
Why are you?
It looked like you were flying.
I was trying to. I came up on the,
Oh, they're coming down for
I
sure.
know. Yeah, I came up on the, to clean up bots that were up near the weather forecast, and the team came out of the railways place, and, they were starting to snipe me.
Snipe me.
He got me.
I gotta get everything reloaded before I do anything.
Yep, I just stood up twice and got hit twice.
110 on one of them.
I'm just running backwards.
Good call. I don't have a sniper or anything anyway.
Me neither. Gotta have crap guns. So.
I like seeing how coaches adjust how they do different things every year. So the spring, how it's handled differently by Ryan Day, how the coaches are instituted. If we can tell a difference in the offense straight away in spring, Will they show anything, or it will be the typical Manila envelope offense?
Well, if I had to guess, I'm gonna say it's Ryan Day bowl game offense, which
Oh,
doesn't
God.
bode well for anything.
Might as well just play the defense versus defense at the spring game. I've got somebody on me.
That Odyssey person's
Knocked.
here.
Yeah, I talked to them.
Do you,
One knocked out of 3.
do you need
I
us
don't
to
know where the other
revive
ones
him?
are.
They're down here, Joe.
Oh.
Bible.
Footsteps.
Oh! Bye, Peely.
Poor Peely.
He's been hitting this whole season, and we're just destroying him.
All right, that medallion team is still coming. I'm trying to get out here so I can drop this medallion down.
That Ruin Reels music is rolling.
They went off to the side, Joe. There's water over here.
They're going towards the medallion.
Oh, they're on top of the mountain now.
He just saw
Trying to
me.
shoot Mike.
He sniped at me.
I got to get out of
Hit
the
him.
open.
I hit him a couple times.
I hit him a couple times too, both of them.
Is that rock breakable, you think?
Yes.
Nope, there's 2 of them over there. Yep.
Gone.
Peekaboo!
We see you in the water.
There's one above me. One above
We got
me.
a car behind us too.
Jesus. Is a good man.
He was a friend
There's
of
somebody right
mine.
there,
He's-
Ben.
Yep, he's right up on you.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I'm knocked. God dang it, how did he hit me?
I hit one of them for 110.
That's the
Where
guy
are
I
they?
hit like a bunch of times.
They're up in here, Joe. Knocked him.
Nice.
Got the other one. Another one knocked.
There's still one back in here somewhere, but I don't see him.
Finished one that was still standing. Or I mean still knocked. Getting a med kit. Oh, somebody's
Behind
turret's
you.
going off.
Yeah, it's in the cave right there by Mike.
Okay.
That means he's nearby still.
Do we get Ben's card?
Yep, I've got it.
Mike did.
What about reboot van and just see if they come after me?
Go for it.
Yep.
Oh, there's a ton of loot here too.
Probably all mine.
Oh, they're coming.
Where is it?
Back in. Oh, nobody's here yet.
Here he comes.
Got it.
Got him.
Nice work, guys. Let's go.
Set the trap for him. He fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker.
Now, where's all my stuff?
There's some good stuff back here too, Ben. I took the SMG, sorry.
It's alright. They didn't loot this vault up down here.
There's a couple purple guns
Where at?
right here.
Oh, those are mine.
I just got so excited, my eyes were about 14 inches from the TV. I just realized I need to scoot my back.
All right. Well, anything else on the spring game, boys?
Nope. Did you both talk to Odyssey?
Yep.
Yeah.
Nothing much more on the spring game. I am excited to progress through the off season though, and see what happens.
I think that's the biggest thing is the amount of excited curiosity for this year's Buckeyes team has me ready for it. And if you think about, and I've made this comment before, but if you think about how Alabama did it when they made their run and how there was a power vacuum that had started in NCAA football with Saban retiring, I think Ohio State so far has positioned itself to be the first team to step into that vacuum and move to the top of that power vacuum.
Yeah.
Oh, there's right up here.
I mean, Georgia's not going anywhere either.
No, Georgia's not going anywhere, but are they that far ahead that where are they ahead right now over Ohio State? You got people back here somewhere, but I can't see him. He's behind a tree.
Yeah, I'm getting shot at.
Ben's getting
Oh,
hit.
there he is. He's on the
On the roof?
grinder.
I'm not getting hit. I'm just getting shot at. They're not hitting me.
In the reboot van wagon.
No, there's one up here. I don't see him anymore.
He's under by the reboot van. There's a sniper.
Yep, there's one right there. Oh, I got hit.
One's charging over this way.
How did I get hit? I'm freaking running. Ah, this dude in this house is almost dead. There's another one right on the other side of him.
Ah! And then there was M Meals 25.
That guy that hit me was bull crap.
Where's your car?
That's all right.
Oh, one of them's knocked.
Oh! My man pulling a knock, please revive. Standing straight forward.
He's crawling over there, I think, the other guy.
Yep, that's why I shot that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, was he reviving him?
Oh,
Yep.
there he is. He's jumping. They're both right there.
You piece of shit.
Oh! Careful. The other guy's still out there.
There's that SMG,
Yeah, the mythic.
if you want it. Alright, it's up to 2 ticks, Mike.
Okay.
Floresberry tastes like Floresberry. Might want to hit that mid kit. There you go.
Pick up the medallion, too.
Hey, it's coming back your way.
And you're in.
Look at them apples.
That guy's probably right up here somewhere.
There's a car. Controller no longer holstered. It's in the trigger fingers. Ah.
You're working on it, boys.
Oh, dang.
3 full squads left.
Ben, there's a... Well, never mind. I took it all.
Thanks, Joe.
All right, we
I
got
got a purple pump if you want it.
No.
Or a
I'd
blue
rather have
frenzy.
Yeah, I'll take
Do
the
you-
blue frenzy.
Here, I'm right behind you.
There's somebody here with me.
Oh, okay.
Yep. I'm knocked. There was 2 people around me.
Ah!
I didn't even know it. Oh, Mike.
Get to do it again, buddy.
I didn't have any weapons.
Well, let's see what we can do here then, boys. Oh, good.
What do you say, boys? Eat that corn, yo.
I had no shot. So Rob's in the chat, Zimmer's 51. Please revive. All right. So you guys ready for the Hall of Fame talk now?
I was born ready.
I got 2 Hall of Fame questions for you. First one is actually, Rob, by the way, if you want to get in here, come on. Yeah, he says it's hard when it's 1 versus 3. You're exactly right, Rob.
What's up, Rob?
What are you talking about? I have the snipe of the century. That's all you can expect from me. Nothing else.
Wasn't
I can
that
do
last
one
game?
shot. That's
Yeah.
1 shot per season. That's it.
It's 1 shot to rule them all.
Okay, so in regards to the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame, who is the next controversial player that's going to be up for and get elected? Because the name that always comes up right now, this offseason, has been Joey Votto. Now,
He's got 5 years after he retires.
I understand that, but that's why it's been brought up. And then,
It depends on your definition of controversial and how they're elected in.
so
Because the Veterans Committee could put in another Harold Baines at any point in time.
unfortunately, that's very, very true. But the question that has to come, and the reason I think I've heard so much about it, not just because we know a lot of Reds fans, but is because of this year's class. And I think the guy that is Votto's closest counterpart that is in the Hall of Fame, his closest comparison, is obviously Todd Helton. Right? So what I did is I pulled some stats, and I want to get your guys' thoughts on this. So Votto has a career WAR of 64.4. He had a 294 batting average, hit 356 home runs with 1,144 RBIs. He has a career .511 slugging percentage and a .920 OPS. At first base, he has a .944 career fielding percentage. He was the 2010 National League MVP. He made 6 All-Star teams. He won the 2011 Gold Glove at first base. And on the stat that Ben likes to pull out on the Hall of Fame monitor, where 100 is a good probability and a 130 is a virtual lock, Votto checks in at an 89. Okay, that's just his stat line. Now, when you compare that to somebody like Todd Helton, who obviously just got voted in, Todd Helton has a 61.3 career WAR. He had a .316 career batting average, 1,446 RBIs, a .539 slugging percentage, a .953 OPS. He was 996 at fielding percentage at first base. He never won an MVP. but he has 5 All-Star team votes, and he has 3 Gold Gloves he won in a matter of 4 years.
What about comparing to somebody like Andrew Jones or Carlos Beltran, who didn't get in this year on their first ballot?
What was that?
Carlos Beltran
Uh-huh.
and Andrew Jones both were first-year eligible this year, and both didn't get in.
Well, I don't think Votto is a first-year get-in no matter if he gets in or not, if that makes sense to you.
Yeah.
Now, I can't find what Todd
Or
Helton's
compare him to
Hall of
Joe
Fame monitor
Mauer
was
this year.
Before he
Who's?
got it. I couldn't find Todd Helton's Hall of Fame monitor before he got in because
before he got
he's in, yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, it was, I think it was giving me skewed results. But
Probably.
how does he compare against a guy like Helton? And I mean, whether you want to say Helton deserved to be in or not, he's in. So,
I think he does.
does Votto deserve to be in? And, you know, what just what's your take on that? Or is there somebody else that's going to be a controversial pick, you know, discussion pick for before that?
So next year's first-year eligible players are Ichiro. He's a
First
lock.
ballot. Yep, lock.
CC Sabathia.
I think CC's a
Should
lock,
be a lock.
and I think he's a first-year lock.
Should be, but might not be.
Dustin Pedroia.
Nope.
He's
not
got an
first year.
outside chance, definitely not first year.
Ian Kinsler.
No.
Nope.
Felix Hernandez.
Not first year.
I've
Troy
said
Tulowitzki.
I've said all along, I think Hernandez gets in, but I don't see him as a first year either. And Tulo, I loved Tulo when he played. He was so much fun, but I don't
Didn't play
think he
enough.
gets in. Just doesn't get in, period.
Other names that are available are Ben Zobrist, Curtis Granderson, Hanley Ramirez, Russell Martin, Adam Jones, Brian McCann.
I think any of those would be crazy. Any of those would be like controversial, I think.
See,
So then-
of those, I think McCann may be the only one to really have an outside chance.
Hanley, maybe. Maybe.
So that listed them in order of Hall of Fame monitor probability with the way I listed them out.
Zobrist was one?
No.
Oh.
No. Ichiro, CC, Droya, Kinsler, Felix Hernandez, Troy, and then Ben Zobrist.
Oh, got you.
You said a Hall of Fame monitor over 100 is basically
According to
guaranteed.
Baseball Reference, 100 is a high probability, and 130 is a virtual lock.
So Ichiro is 235.
Well, there's no doubt Ichiro's getting in first ballot, and he's going to be nearly unanimous if he's not unanimous, in my mind.
CC's 128.
And I think he's a virtual lock too, so that makes sense.
And then it drops from there. Pedroia's a 94. Kinsler 67. Felix 67. Troy 44.
So it's funny you said Pedroia was a 96. Is that right?
97, yeah.
97? Because that's right in that same ballpark as where Votto is, because Votto's at like an 89 right now.
That's
So then you go to 2026. First year eligible players. Cole Hamels.
Damn, did they crank up the bots or what?
I'm like, I was about to say, Mike's over here just destroying bots, not saying anything.
Like,
So
I'm
then
getting
Cole
lit
Hamels
up.
is a 57.
See, and Cole Hamels, while he was a great, fun ball player to watch, I just don't see him as a Hall of Famer.
Ryan Braun will be eligible. He was a 107.
And see, but Braun's going to have the issue of the steroids taint.
Yeah.
Which is actually, yeah, I realize how I said that, Joe. Thank you.
Yeah, you did.
Which will lead us to my second point on the Hall of Fame that we're going to discuss on the show today. But anyways, go ahead, Ben.
I was gonna go one more year out to see if there were any more controversial potential players, and so in 2027, your first year eligible players are John Lester, 98, Buster Posey, 79.
I think Buster Posey gets in.
But even though he's ranked 79, I don't think it'll be controversial to people.
I forgot Fernando Rodney. He was on the first year. He's an 86.
Fernando.
No, there's no way he gets in.
I hope he does.
This doesn't really rank them very well. Let me see if I can re-rank them.
I don't think if Votto retired after and doesn't sign a contract, and then 5 years or whatever, he's 6 years, 10 years. I don't think it's going to be controversial if he makes the Hall of Fame. He's such a well-regarded player. I don't know if people are going to
What the hell?
revolt if he gets voted. It's not like he's Harold Baines or if David Segui got in or something.
Well,
David Segui should definitely be in.
the thing with it is Votto is right now he's viewed as a controversial potential pick for the Hall of Fame. I'll be honest with you guys. I think Votto gets in, and I think I don't remember if it was Ben or Joe, which one of you guys just said this, but I think when his career is officially done, he files his retirement papers, I think people will warm to him a lot more as being a really good ball player during this time frame.
Footsteps, bro. Yeah, for all that. Wow, that was nice.
He was just up here axing away.
For all the analytical people that enjoy baseball, he's already a darling.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody else.
No, I just hired the bot.
Oh, that was the bot.
Yeah.
For once, it wasn't me that made that mistake, and I feel great.
So let me go back to this to resort this better.
All right.
So just for
Footsteps,
context,
bros.
Yeah.
They just shockwaved out.
Not far
And
enough. They have a bot too.
Yuch!
I got hit pretty hard.
Get a headshot, get knocked, they said. They're easy shots. They're out on the house. Oh, you're right there.
Oh, shit. I didn't see him. That's good movement on his part. GG's, whoever that guy is.
And then they were Ben. Ben's getting cornered too.
How do you break that shield? Criminy.
So glad they got rid of the mythic turtle stuff, aren't you?
Yeah, and the shield.
You enjoy movement, they said. We'll get rid of it, they said.
Alright, so next year, players who are still on the ballot that aren't elected. A-Rod is obviously the highest Hall of Fame monitor, but he's not getting in. Ichiro. Then Manny Ramirez, Andy Pettit,
Who's not
CC
getting in?
Sabathia. So Andy Pettit is a 128 Hall of Fame monitor. CC Sabathia is a 128 Hall of Fame monitor.
Andy Pettit's not getting in because of the steroids. I mean,
Well, I don't know. They've kind of forgiven him.
no.
So Pettit had 5 more wins.
I bet you he gets in. I bet you he will get in before any of the other HGH people and steroids because
That's
he
funny.
came out, admitted it.
Joey, that argument's invalid because the next point we're going to talk about is Big Poppy's a Hall of Famer. Big Poppy failed a drug test.
Oh, that's 2 different stories, bro.
Not
That's
even.
2 different stories. That's 2 different stories.
Poppy got in because Rob Manfred forgave him.
There's no proof he failed a test. USA Today put out valid information, but they also had 117 names on that list. There's only 90 that tested positive.
And Pete Rose didn't game alone baseball.
104 positive tests. Sosa, A-Rod, etc. And Manny Ramirez and Big Papi were also on that list.
There's 117 people that have been reported. He's not actually on the list. He was reported by New York Times. On their list has 117 people.
Papi was a doper.
I think he's apologized for it too, but I'm still trying to rile you all up.
So did Mark McGuire.
A bunch of those guys did. A-Rod had that terrible press conference, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you guys got to remember too, Pettit, for my argument with Pettit, all this stuff you're talking about has already been talked about and cleared when Pettit's name was brought up with the HGH to heal. He's never been told, the story's never been told that HGH was used to better himself. He used HGH to heal from an injury when he was on the DL.
Okay.
People see that completely differently. I promise you he will be in.
Here's the thing, and it's funny because Zimmer's 51 just said this in the chat, and it's the point that I'm getting ready to make, and I appreciate that, Rob. The problem is, baseball knew, and all these guys should be in. This shouldn't even be a discussion.
Yeah, it's not even a discussion.
Because the writers that are keeping these guys out are the same ones that were loving the stories and writing it all before. It's absolute shit.
That HGH was in the game. It was their job to report it. They knew it. They were in those locker rooms.
Oh, yeah. Everybody knew it.
They watched Mark McGuire stick a needle up Jose Canseco's ass.
I don't know about all that. That's a little graphic for the show there, Joe.
Yeah. Sorry, come on. There's children watching.
Yeah, well, one of them's his.
51.
But no, look, man, I agree with you. It's 100% just crap that these guys are not in, plain and simple.
I'm your next controversial player before Votto, though.
All right, I'm yours.
2028. Here's your Hall of Fame class. For induction. Albert Pujols.
Yep, clearly he's
Robinson Cano.
Oh, that's one right there.
Yadi Molina.
Oh, that's one right there too.
Well, you know how much I love Yachty, so.
Yeah,
I think he's in the Hall of Fame. He should be in the Hall of Fame. I don't care what numbers say.
Here's their Hall of Fame monitors. Pujols 334.
Yeah.
Cano 181. Yachty 169.
So, you know as well as anybody, Ben, because we've talked about this. I don't like Yachty.
I know you don't.
I hate Yachty. That being said, there's no doubt in my mind he's a Hall of Famer. And it literally
just on his defense alone.
It pains me to say that.
And consistency.
I saw a graphic the other day that showed amount of stolen bases while Yachty was in the league, and he was like, every team was at least 500 stolen bases higher than the Cardinals, just because nobody wanted to run on him. So imagine how many runs that saves. So, yeah.
Well, I was screaming about Jose Canseco receiving an injection up his buttocks. I landed where the bot is, and I got him for you guys.
Well, that's great, because you don't have shield and...
and just fell off the mountain.
So here's a couple other names in 2028. David Price.
Okay. That's going to be a very controversial class.
He's 97 on the monitor.
That one's tough.
He's right there.
Because David Wright was potentially the best in the game at his position.
David Wright.
David Price. David Price, the pitcher.
Oh.
The pitcher.
Okay, well, never mind that whole discussion. Price, that is a tough one.
already on the ballot.
Yeah, David Wright hasn't made it.
He's got like 6.2%. He's just on the cusp of being eliminated. It'll be his 5th year in 2028.
Yeah, see, and that's the thing. Like
same reason it's too low.
Yeah, the injury's going to kill him. That's because he was a lot of fun to watch. But
Mike, I got you a gift whenever we meet up.
I'm at the outpost now.
Okay, I'm in the shed.
All right, I'm coming down.
If you shoot the gasoline, I will not give it to you.
2028's the farthest it goes out because obviously other players can retire between now and then. So
yeah. What you got,
but
Joe?
Yeah, Pujols
Oh, I've already got one.
Kano,
Oh,
Yachty.
I accidentally bought 2.
Oh. Wait, does that got a 4 scope or a 2 scope on it?
Just a 2x.
All right, that's what mine's got. Yeah.
Been destroying bots.
Do what I do best. I love how they all have the same name.
Right?
Come on, game. Get better.
But
They're working on making sure the hand comes out of the breaking point or whatever that's called. For the end main event, live event, whatever.
it sounds like that's
coming
going to be
back?
pretty interesting. If you watch any of the if you subscribe to any of those
Fan theories.
well, not so much the fan theories, but the leaks.
I ain't going unless Tay-Tay performs at the main event, live event.
Oh, you're not going.
Oh, snipe that one.
It's probably going to be Gaga, ain't it? Or The Weeknd. Gaga and The Weeknd.
Oh,
Do you think they
what
could
a
get-
combo.
Do you think they could get Gaga or The Weeknd in the game?
Weekend more than Gaga.
The Weeknd only has a short time, so they want to stay as long as they can. That's what it did there.
Yeah, I did. I like it one bit.
Oh. Well,
You tried. It's okay.
But-
Good.
yeah.
Good day.
Yep. In my back pocket. I'll use
That's why Mike didn't get it.
I was over here paying attention to these guys that I'm killing.
Oh,
Good
where
on
are you now?
Good on you.
By the way, little short random note about this Fortnite game. I turned off my car skin, and it makes the game so much more enjoyable because the cars stay the colors they are, and so there you go. If you want to do the same thing.
Oh, where it doesn't do the transforming thing?
Yep.
I like when it goes wah 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 wah. Where is this guy over here?
They're up on the mountaintops.
Up on the mountain.
This guy's moving, bro.
I like to move it, move it.
One of
Was
you got
moving.
somebody.
That was Joseph R. Dexter, Esquire.
L. Dexter, please.
Way
Hey,
to
how do
go.
I catch a fish in this game?
You got to grab a fishing
You
rod.
gotta have a pole.
Yeah, I know, but how do I catch it?
So then you just push
See, no, you
L-
see right there where
LR.
it circles? Throw it in there.
You shot at the fish, so somebody shot at you.
I didn't shoot at him, but
Mountains.
somebody shot at me from the mountain, yeah.
Now what do
Oh,
I do?
And then
They
you
might be real players.
you hold the trigger. You hit the trigger button again, and it'll pop.
First player in a match to catch an item with a fish. I know, but there's a quest to fish or something.
My man.
Catch
man
a
Roe.
fish from the water or a container. Oh,
So-
10.
Oh, you gotta do it 10 times? Well, looks like we're hanging out at the fishing hole. Flashback to when Zimmer's 51 played last.
He is the ultimate fishing person in this game, by the way. I don't know if you know that, but that was always
Yes.
the running joke. Rob always is fishing.
Can you catch any mythic guns from these fish?
No.
I don't think
Whoa,
so.
what's that fish? I've never seen that fish before. Oh, it's just a flopper. It's gold colored.
Yeah, it's a mythic.
Oh.
Mythic flopper. Where'd my, okay, there we go.
Oh my god, you scared me.
By the way, you can do fishing with a an EMP grenade too, just so you know.
I think I only have one left to catch. It's one of the weekly quests this week.
Can you shoot a fish? You can't, can you?
No, that's what I'm saying. You
But
can throw the EMPs in there and get them.
But you know what you can do, chat? You can shoot a chicken!
Chickadee China, the Chinese chicken.
Once every 100,000 times, you get something good. It keeps me coming back for more, Rob said.
I just caught my 10th fish and it didn't count. Come on, game.
The game hates you, Ben, clearly.
Well, that's not the only thing.
Yeah, that's
What if Manny
Rob was making that
Ramirez
comment.
got in before Joey Votto?
Good for him.
Look, I'll tell you this, and I know this is probably a semi-controversial take. I think Manny deserves to be in.
I do too. I'm just wondering when this switch is gonna flip with these old ass dudes that pretend to hold some type of kingdom over the Hall of Fame when they're croaking. Well, when will the switch flip?
Yeah, Buster Olney.
This is the thing. Anybody that wrote for the New York Post about baseball 40 years ago should not control who's in the Hall of Fame.
No,
That credential
do something
does
real
not mean anything anymore.
they've got to do something to fix that for sure.
And it's not a rip on journalism. I'm a former journalist. It's just the truth. They don't control the thought process of those things anymore. I'm not going to go all Trump on journalism either. It's just the truth. I believe in journalism. It has a place in the game. But guess what? Somebody who has an advanced stats YouTube channel with 1 million subscribers probably understands the game a lot better than some dude that wrote at a typewriter in 1968. And some of those dudes deserve a vote. Peter Gammons, to me, should always have a vote. As long as he wants one.
As long as he's still active. Absolutely.
Right.
But the thing is, as a guy like Peter Gammons, look at the amount of baseball knowledge he has.
Exactly.
Like, there's no debating that one.
I'm okay with, and this is going to sound weird because I'm okay with Buster Olney because he's still active in the game. The Ken Rosenthal's, those guys, I'm okay with. But some of these journalists that really don't have an impact, sorry, nobody's reading your column anymore.
Well, and
Those majorities shouldn't control the voting process.
Where it becomes a problem when you look at it is not just that, but these guys aren't watching, and you know, it's where I have a problem with the baseball writers having the only say. And I'm glad that they introduced the Veterans Committee and stuff, because you know, the veterans are the ones that know the game, right? The guys that played. And it's the same thing. It's like in the NBA. Like, you talk to guys in the NBA, like, who was better, you know, Kobe or Michael or whatever, and that's a whole different debate. But the veterans guys should have a vote on this more recently than what they do, like in that first batch.
That dude no scope sniper. What a jerk.
I don't understand why players don't have a say in the voting process.
They're coming this way too, boys.
And they just shredded me. Nothing new around these parts. Ah!
I'm dead.
Got one of them.
Told you. So Rob says Votto deserves to be in, and believe it'll be on the third time on the ballot. His numbers are close enough, but the main reason will because the media loves him. He's never had a bad word said about him. He's engaging, and his baseball IQ is like no others. And 100%.
Exactly. I agree with that 100%. Plus, his baseball savant, his analytical numbers are very, very favorable to today's game.
Do we have Joe's card?
I'm getting it.
All right.
I love dudes like him. Like 2016, he was struggling so bad, and then just snap. something
Stole my
happened at
med
the
kit.
All-Star break, and he's hitting like 437 in July, where he talked about he was planning on retiring if he couldn't get out of the funk,
Yeah.
and here he's still playing today.
I'd be honest with you, and I know, like, there's some craziness to it. Hey, Ben, come here. I know there's some craziness that goes along with it, but I can't believe Votto's not on a team for next year already.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
There's a lot of players still not on teams.
Yep. Has Blake Snell signed yet?
Nope.
No, hell, Bellinger just signed, what, yesterday?
Yep. JD Martinez hasn't signed.
80 million for Bellinger.
So, yeah, I think Votto gets in. I don't, and I think Rob is closer to hitting that right on the head. I don't think he gets in first ballot. Probably doesn't get in second ballot, but he will get in. He legitimately was one of the better players during his time frame. You never had an issue with him on the steroids talk or anything like that. So
Here's another old boy man's
Here.
club thing that irks the crap
I
out
got
of
it.
me
Go ahead.
when it comes to the Hall of Fame. If you've got 10 spots
uh-huh.
and you think somebody is a Hall of Famer, but they shouldn't be on the first ballot,
Oh, it's annoying as
don't
shit.
wait. Just put them in.
Yep. Because it's not like he's going to go hit more home runs,
Right.
you know?
He's gonna get better in year 10.
Right?
Let me put my quill in my cap and not put him down. Like it's some sort of power or control thing that they enjoy having.
Oh, it 100% is.
I got so worked up that I didn't glide. I let myself drop in the storm.
Well, you're on your own because I ain't coming back for you.
Well, fine. You come back for me, Mike.
I would.
Oh, people are landing.
Car.
Red.
Car. So, back to the discussion that we had started to touch base on in regards to the steroids guys with Poppy. And say what you want. I know I'm not a voter. It doesn't carry any weight. I think Poppy used steroids or he used some kind of a banned substance. I think it was crap that Rob Manfred gave him a free pass and excused him. I think that there's a lot of guys that were overlooked for some reason.
Manfred's given a lot of people free passes in different aspects of the game.
Well, Manfred is the one that literally came out and said that he thinks that Poppy was the one of the 10 or 15, I think it was, that he said he probably didn't take them and it was probably from a supplement.
Sure.
That's actually more popular than people think. It happens in mixed martial arts all the time.
Oh, I believe that.
I'm not saying I believe that with baseball. I'm just saying it is, as weird as it sounds, it is a possibility.
Oh, yeah.
I need a med kit.
Me too.
Nope. I'm gonna need a revival. Throw a turret in the air like I just don't care. There's a med kit on my floor.
Four tick now.
Nope.
Run, Mike.
I was trying to, and I couldn't get off of the revive. So, oh damn, that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably need one more.
the quote from Manfred was, Poppy could have been among the 10 to 15 positive tests that might have been triggered by a supplement and not a banned substance. quote, there was a probability or possibly a very legitimate explanation that did not involve the use of a banned substance. I think it's really unfortunate that anybody's name was ever released publicly.
Hold on, that's legalese. That's all legalese there. It's only because his name was not supposed to be released.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Nobody's name from that testing was supposed to be released.
Yeah, because that year, what was it, 04, or no, 03, that was the year that it was supposed to be the quote, gateway to drug testing with penalties, where they were going to test to see if it was something to do.
Yep. And the names got to the New York Times.
And Sports Illustrated, yep.
And the issue I have with it is there's 104 names, but New York Times listed 117 different names, meaning their information is not fully factual. So we don't really know who the 104 are. We know 117. I mean, and a good portion of it's probably accurate. And listen, as much as I was arguing against the Big Papi not on steroids, he went as David Arias, could not hit a thing in Minnesota.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, so I get it.
Yeah, and look, I'm not taking anything away from what Poppy meant to Boston, not just the city, you know, or not just the team, but also to the city or anything like that. And look, if Poppy would have been on my team playing like he did in Boston, I probably would have loved having him there. You know, there's that speech after the Boston Marathon bombing where I don't quote me on it exactly, but he basically said, you know, you don't fuck with Boston or whatever it was. This is my fucking town or whatever. Again, would have loved to have had him, you know, on my team with that kind of energy and stuff. But that being said, I still think that he was a steroid user. I think he used a banned substance, and he's in the Hall of Fame. I think it's absolutely shit that the greatest power hitter in the history of the game has been blacklisted.
And some would say the greatest pure hitter. I mean, he's in that argument. I'm not saying he is, but he's in that argument.
He had an eye. Barry Bonds had an eye that matched Tony Gwynn.
And Ricky Henderson. I mean,
right? Like he's
the all-time leader in walks.
Exactly.
And he would be the all-time leader in walks without the intentional walks.
Which is, again, just insane that you're not going to have him in. And if your argument is, oh, well, he used steroids, well, let's look at the number of other guys that are in the Hall of Fame that were just straight up shitty people. Because that's the same thing that's used against a guy like Omar Vizquel. Well, I was getting ready to say.
Don't you dare talk about Tyrus Raymond Cobb like that.
I was getting ready to say Ty Cobb, but you know, like the shit against Omar Vizquel. And look, if the stories that came out about him after his playing days are accurate, you know, may God have mercy on his soul, because that's a piece of shit. I loved Omar Vizquel, but that being said, dude was he was like it's your last game, you pick. He was like the best defensive shortstop of that era. The fact that he's not in the Hall of Fame. No, he picked Grand Glacier.
Oh, okay.
You know, like that again, that shit just is crazy to me. But you have Ty Cobb in the game. You have guys that played before the game was integrated in the Hall of Fame. And you know not all of them were good people either.
The whole basis of the argument and the steroid usage, in that whole era, everybody was using it. Chad Curtis is in the Mitchell report. Chad Curtis, outfielder. You don't know who he is, minus being another freak and being in jail for being a pedophile. My point is, that whole era used him, no matter what level player. So the playing field is even. So we can't judge them like it's not even that they had an advantage.
Oh, they were all.
Exactly. A vast majority. The Rocket used HGH. The guys pitching used it not nearly as much, but they used it. I'd like to say I didn't kill myself with the cleaner that time. Got footsteps. I can't tell if they're real or fake. They kind of look fake. Yep.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's really hard for me because that's I have a bigger problem that they're trying to make these guys to where they can't be in the Hall of Fame, and it's
Do we all
sickening.
Agree that the Barry Bonds, the Alex Rodriguez's should be in?
Oh, absolutely.
Does Ben agree or does Ben disagree?
I agree, but I disagree because I hate them. But they should be based on their baseball prowess, not who they are.
But was their baseball prowess affected enough by steroids to fully judge them as Hall of Famers?
Barry Bonds would have been a Hall of Famer had he not taken steroids.
What about a guy like
Roger
Sammy
Clemens,
Sosa?
Probably. Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire, I can't say the same thing about. Even though, like, I lived in St. Louis during the Mark McGwire era, and it was awesome.
Oh, absolutely. And Mark McGwire is the only reason that we have baseball today.
I don't know if that's
Without Mark
Yeah,
McGwire, the game died. Coming off the strike, without him and Sammy Sosa, the game was dead.
I don't think that's true.
I think it's a little over dramatized by the media, but I think there's some accuracy to that. I think the game wouldn't exist today as we know it, for sure. But I think it still exists. Though there were some dull times after the lockout
Oh, yeah.
and the strike of '94.
I hate this AR that I got, by the way.
The great strike of '94.
I believe McGuire, Sosa, all of them should be in. Clemens.
See, I
Kurt
don't...
Schilling.
I
They
don't...
all, these are guys that have earned it by their play.
See, I don't know that Sammy Sosa put up to be a Hall of Famer.
He hit over 500 home runs, darn near 600.
And?
What else did he need to do?
And?
Name another player that did eclipse 500 home runs that shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. There's not anybody else.
Okay. I
can't have a...
No. So go back again. Now you're using the same kind of qualifying shit that these writers use to this point of, is it really?
That's not a qualifier.
It is a qualifier.
It's an above and a qualifier. It is a milestone. It is anybody that's ever hit 500 home runs besides steroid users are in the Hall of Fame, not because they were voted in, but because they reached a milestone of baseball. It's 3,000 hits. It's 500 home runs, 300 wins.
Okay.
Those are games' unwritten milestones.
Well, okay. And your point?
He hit 600 home runs in his Major League Baseball career.
Whenever did you watch Sammy Sosa play and think he was the best? When did you ever watch Sammy Sosa play and think he was the best in the game?
96, 97, 98, 99, 2000, 2001, 2002.
You really thought you thought he was the best in the game in
He's
98?
on the cover of Triple Play 2002.
Oh, okay, that does it right there.
No, but it doesn't. But it's the point that he's still.
Look,
You
it's,
don't- you
it's the
can't-
same
You're not the
qualifier.
very best in getting the Hall of Fame. There's not just one player, the very, very best, who gets in the Hall of Fame every year. He doesn't have to be the very, very best.
No, but he has
He
to
was
be
very,
the
very
best
good
when
to
he
me.
was playing in his game.
No, he doesn't have to be the very best. He has to be in the best percentile.
Again, when did
There's-
you ever think that he was the best in the game during his
96,
time?
97. Not the best in the game, but the best, one of the best outfielders in baseball in 96, 97, 98, 99, 2000.
Joe, you're
2001,
making my
2002.
argument for me. You said he was one of the best during that time frame.
One of the top 5 every single year. That, it's not, you don't have to be the very best outfielder every single year to get in the Hall of Fame. It's the game of baseball. Nobody besides Tony Gwynn is the best in their position every single year.
Yep, we'll have to agree to disagree because I don't buy Sammy Sosa as a Hall of Famer.
Go look at his numbers again and tell me that.
I don't need to look at his numbers. I'm telling you off the eye test. It's the same reason I don't view, as great as he was for the game, I don't view Cal Ripken Jr. as a legitimate Hall of Famer.
What?
I don't.
Are you insane?
Cal Ripken Jr.
Ozzie
belongs in
Smith
the
isn't
Hall.
either, right?
I know. No, Ozzie Smith was
Fox
a
isn't
great.
a Hall of Famer.
Ozzie Smith was a great shortstop. Cal Ripken Jr. was a really good shortstop for a really long time. There's a difference.
You just put Cal Ripken Jr. in the Hall of Very Good.
Yeah,
I can't agree with that.
the Hall of Very Good. Rob is agreeing with you, by the way. He said Sosa was top 5, arguably top 2 most of those years as a hitter. Just
He
FYI.
was. Him and Bonds. And McGuire. Jeff Kent.
Now Rob said I've jumped the shark.
That's like saying Lou Gehrig is Hall of Fame Very Good. To play that many games consecutively, have a 300 average for most of your career, play solid shortstop, and you don't think he's Hall of Fame, but you think Ozzie Smith is.
When did you ever watch either of those guys and think that Cal Ripken was a better shortstop than Ozzie?
Nobody said he was a better shortstop than Ozzie.
It's not one guy that gets in the Hall of Fame, Mike.
No, but you're missing what I'm saying. It comes down to you have to have been the best at your position
He was
during your
top 2
career.
for 20 years. Top 5 for... No.
He was a 2-time MVP.
Okay.
431 homers.
So let me ask you this, because
276 lifetime average.
their career overlapped. Who was better, Cal Ripken Jr. or Derek Jeter?
Cal
Howard
Ripken Jr.
Jr.
Okay. Are you sure about that?
I'm 100% sure about that.
Okay.
I mean, you're gonna get everybody who's gonna say Derek Jeter because he had more
You're talking
hits
about
and
defense, Mike, and Cal Ripken? Look at
Derek
defensive
Jeter
runs
was a
saved, Cal
liability.
Ripken and Derek Jeter. Look at the difference.
Now, first of all, Derek Jeter was highly overrated as a defender. I've already told you the best defensive shortstop of that era was Omar Vizquel.
he was.
I'm not arguing that.
So looking at the defense of those two doesn't do you any
Oh,
good.
hold up. Would you put Omar Vizquel in the Hall of Fame and not Cal Ripken Jr.?
I never said that.
Let's put this on the record. Okay.
I never said
Let's
that.
just hold on. I just had to make sure there.
He's thinking it.
No, if Cal Ripken Jr.'s in, based off
If I
of
have a heart attack during this game, you know why. You can tell the doctor it's because Mike said Cal Ripken Jr. is not a Hall of Famer.
yeah. Where the hell's there a zip line? Somebody just came up a zip line.
If I just start stroking out his stats during his career, it's because I'm having a heart attack.
10, Joe.
Woo!
For the record, I'm.
If you,
I was just
if you
told.
said-
Rob's in the chat. He said I've eaten an edible.
Bro, if you throw out Hoyt Wilhelm, Harold Baines, Charlie Huff, I get it. I get the argument.
For the record, I'm literally 100% just fucking with you guys.
Oh my god.
I don't know that you are.
You don't know that I am, huh?
I hope you are, for my sake.
Joe, did you get the
Let me.
No, you didn't.
Nope.
Did you pick up the gun at least?
Yep.
Oh shit, that was a nice shot.
You got me all worked up for nothing.
Yeah, because it was funny.
And no offense to Ozzie Smith, Ben. I think he's a Hall of Famer. I was just trying to compare the two.
No, he is, but he's no. I mean, his offense was
Right.
terrible. He wasn't a.
It's like Alan Trammell. I could
He
use
hit
Alan
like
Trammell as
6 home runs in his career.
Alan Trammell's the same
And
example
5 of those
as
were
Ozzie
inside
Smith.
the park.
Probably. Where did they kill Joe at?
Under the
I'm
bridge.
below the bridge.
There's 2 guys
He was
over
on the
there.
bridge with the red hot chili peppers.
I fell. I got so mad about Cal
Whoa,
Ripken
whoa,
Jr.
whoa.
I fell. My neighbors probably called the popo on me. I got so upset. Talking about saving the game, by the way. Cal Ripken saved the game.
Oh shit, somebody else is on a different angle. Oh, it's these medallion teams that are pushing. Because I got lit up there.
Get up here. Medallion's up here somewhere. Thought I dropped it. It's right here.
Thank you.
Cal Ripken has a 236 Hall of Fame monitor.
Well, yeah, it's going to be elevated right now because he's in the Hall of Fame.
You get
I
100
oughta.
bonus points just by being in the Hall of Fame.
Okay, his Hall of Fame monitor is 146. I was waiting for the third one, like you, to drop an Ichiro or something. Doesn't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, I just like pissing with you guys. Also, Zimmer said, Barry Larkin is my favorite player ever, but I didn't think he was a Hall of Fame player. Now use him over Cal Ripken.
No, he didn't.
They're rebooting over at the reboot now.
He finally got me.
Simmers, you would pick a University of Michigan graduate over Cal Ripken Jr. I don't know if we can be friends. That's. I'm just kidding.
Why can't we be friends? Why can't
I just want to get worked up one more time.
This is all I got, Mike.
That's alright, I got the medallion. I'll take that one here in a second.
Yeah, it's the Hall of Fame too. It's got that interesting side of it where like Ozzie Smith, Barry Larkin, Alan Trammell, the fringe guys that get in versus the fringe guys that don't.
Yep. I mean, I think we can all agree that Harold Baines is the worst Hall of Famer, right?
Probably.
Probably. Jack Morris might be right up there. I love him to death. I think maybe he should be in, but it's also, you look at his splits, there's no pitcher in that era right before Greg Maddux that really dominated the league at all.
Where'd you go, Mike?
I'm getting Joe's card.
Oh, okay. I'm getting shot at.
How the heck is that still there?
Because nobody knew it was
Do
down
people
there.
do people really hate that gun that bad?
What is it?
The SMG, the mythic one.
Oh, yours?
Mm-hmm.
I think I dropped Nisha's somewhere. Or Montague, whatever the heck that thing was. I must have dropped it somewhere. That sucks.
There's a big pile right there. It's probably oh my
I knew
God.
they were there. I just couldn't find them. All right, boys. Well, that was fun.
It was fun.
Joe, I think you need to go for a long walk to bring your heart rate down.
Cal
I could live. I wouldn't be living very happily. I could live with the Sammy Sosa argument, okay? When you pulled the Cal Ripken card, I about had a coronary.
We know, we were here.
Yeah, right? I'm pretty sure I had to turn my volume down because the poor guys that are watching the stream like got their ears blown out. Also, Rob says, no, I think Barry Larkin would have been a better argument than Cal for Mike to use. I don't think Barry is on Ripken's level. Larkin was
Gotcha.
never the best player, in his opinion, despite the MVP.
That's fair.
Accurate.
Fair enough.
I'd say the same about my guy that's in the Hall of Fame now, Alan Trammell.
Huh. I don't know. My camera seems to have crashed. Oh, well. Lucky. All right, boys. Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that I appreciate y'all jumping in here. I appreciate everybody that was watching and tuning in. It was a lot of fun having a Twisted Up Tuesday conversation. I know we had a lot of shit to bring up there. I love just pissing with Joe a little bit. So, I thought you were going to do the exclamation point one. But, all right. So, and nothing else, guys. Tomorrow we'll be back on. Tomorrow's Wednesday, right? So we'll have probably some pretty interesting Major League Baseball conversations for tomorrow for anybody that can join and tune in. Same bat time, same bat channel. We appreciate everything. You guys got anything before we sign out? All right. Make sure y'all click over and click down to Joe and Rob and Cam's screen. You should be able to see that if you're on Twitch. Give them a like and a follow. Find us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, Kick, YouTube, the whole deal. Appreciate everything. Y'all have a good one.